What if your computer truly worked for you, not the other way around? Jef Raskin's visionary designs might just hold the answer, and you can test them at home. Let's dive into the world of interfaces that prioritize human intuition over technical jargon, and explore why Raskin's ideas still spark debate decades later. But here's the twist. These aren't just relics of the past. With a bit of technical wizardry, you can bring Raskin's humane computing philosophy to life on modern systems. Ready to challenge the status quo? Let's begin. The Canon Cat, a keyboard-driven revolution most people missed. Imagine a computer that never forces you to hunt for a mouse. The Canon Cat, Raskin's most iconic creation, does exactly that. This 1987 machine was more than a glorified word processor. It was a full-fledged Motorola 68,000-based system with a hidden fourth programming layer. Its workspace let you jump between subdocuments instantly using key combos, and it handled spreadsheets and lists with surprising grace. But here's where it gets controversial. The Cat relied entirely on keyboard shortcuts, no pointing devices allowed. Sound restrictive? For Raskin, it was a feature, not a bug. He believed direct keyboard access reduced cognitive load, letting users focus on tasks, not tools. Want to try it? Emulation is possible via MAME, though the driver is still a work in progress. The setup involves disabling the beeper, which crashes the emulator, and tweaking settings for ASCII compatibility. Once configured, you'll experience the Cat's leap navigation. Hold a leap key and type to jump to text instantly. And if you're feeling adventurous, the hidden fourth interpreter lets you program the system from scratch. But ask yourself, would you trade a mouse for this kind of keyboard mastery? Or is it time we moved beyond such constraints entirely? The SwyftCard, Apple's forgotten human-centric plugin before the Cat. Raskin's backers pushed him to create a simpler, more marketable product, the SwyftCard for the Apple IIe. This hardware-software combo was a masterclass in minimalism. Like the Cat, it used a single workspace divided into subdocuments and relied on keyboard shortcuts, leap, and use front keys for navigation. But unlike the Cat, it was programmable in AppleSoft Basic, a language most Apple users already knew. The SwyftCard's sticky labels, marking keys like escape and leap, made its interface feel intuitive, even to novices. Recreating the SwyftCard today is easier than you'd think. Eric Rangel's 2021 software implementation lets you run it on emulators like Apple Win or Virtual Comma. Just load the ROM into memory and follow the tutorials. You'll learn to leap between text, perform calculations, and even write basic programs that execute directly in the editor. But here's the catch. The SwyftCard's design was ahead of its time. Why did Apple and Canon abandon it? Was it a victim of market forces, or did its radical simplicity fail to appeal to users accustomed to flashy graphics and GUIs? The Humane Environment, a desktop that learns your workflow. Raskin's final project, the Humane Environment, took his ideas to the next level. Built for classic Mac OS and later Windows, THE was a single workspace editor with a twist. It used Python for scripting and let users create custom commands on the fly. Want to automate a task? Just write up. It integrated internet commands like email and Google, all while maintaining Raskin's keyboard-centric ethos. But despite its power, Archy remains unfinished. Why did it die before launch? Was it a lack of funding? Or did its radical approach clash with the growing dominance of WYSIWYG editors and touchscreens? The bigger picture, are we moving toward or away from Raskin's vision? Raskin's designs were never about flashy aesthetics. They were about efficiency and adaptability. Yet today's computers are increasingly locked down with proprietary systems and touch-centric interfaces that prioritize novelty over usability. Is this progress? Or are we losing something vital? Raskin's critics argue that his interfaces were too niche, while his fans insist they offer a blueprint for a more humane digital future. So, what do you think? Should modern tech embrace Raskin's principles, or is the humane computer a relic of a bygone era? Share your thoughts below. We'd love to hear your take on this decades-old debate.